Can we not put welcome
Welcome to the Holistic Kids Teen Health Revolution Monday Live series. Imad, did you enjoy the holidays?
on? I did.
That's great. Gotham, did you enjoy the holidays?
Yeah, kind of. Our body did not. But our body did not. Even though we had some organic sugar, I can definitely feel it.
Yeah, so...
How we feel it when we eat something that not good, but
well, that is what we're going to be talking about today. Today's all going to be about gut health and really getting us, kids, teens, everyone's back on optimizing their gut.
So when we are all sick, our podcast experts told us to look at our gut for healing. We were confused. We had never heard of that before. We had learned about the digestive system in school, but what did we have to do that with our health? So the gut is more than our poop maker, okay? It's going to be a little funny right now, but we all study that it's a digestive system in school. The digestive system processes the food we eat, absorbs the nutrients, and regulates our metabolism. Being the gateway to our health, the gut is the first encounter to the universe and is the first line of defense between you and the universe. Did you know that your gut houses over about 70 to 80% of your immune system? Yeah. Just as it houses millions of microorganisms that oversee your health and decisions. These bugs actually overweigh 10 to 1. But let us think about that. It's kind of creepy. So, in school, they taught us about the digestive system, but they did not teach us about the bugs that live there. Our microbiome is a community of microorganisms, or bugs, that can be found and living together in each habitat. Our skin, our respiratory tract, our urinary tract, all has their own microbiome.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, everything starts in the gut. All the bugs, like the gut bugs who are really fighting for our health, are really they all happen in the gut. So why don't we focus on our gut? No teens, no kids, none of the people who I go to school with, they're like, oh, I need to do this for my gut. We might think, okay, yeah, real food, but no one knows what's happening inside the gut, and we don't understand how important the gut is. So that's why we're here with you today. We're here to talk about just the gut, and getting really kids and teens to start eating real food. So yeah.
So did you know bugs our gut bugs are critical for our health? They help shape our body, mood, behaviors, and decisions. The microbiome is a critical player in most of our biological processes like digestion, synthesis hormones, and vitamins, extracting energy, harvesting calories from undigested food, manufacturing neurotransmitters, and controlling blood sugar. So, the microbiome has a key role in the immune system or the immunity. So, via the Gut Association, tissue, GALT, and is the first line of defense between your internal and external worlds. Our gut is naturally permeable to allow vital nutrients like proteins, starches, and digestion fats to pass through everything. A single layer of cells that separates our body from the food in the intestines. This means that there are only one layer that will keep the harmful stuff away from the good stuff. So, in a war, it's gonna be a frontline defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think of the gut bugs in our body. It's there's always a battle going on, and when we eat real food and really food that is helpful, our gut, our good gut bugs are gonna be able to fight the bad gut bugs a lot easier and better with the real food. So that's why, and when we eat fake food, it really just weakens our gut and our immune system, so which causes all these chronic issues, and all these chronic issues leads to really just like unhappy day, or like we get sick basically. And who wants to be sick? Do you guys want to be sick?
Gosh, you want to be sick?
No.
See,
Yeah.
so yeah,
No one
no
wants to be
kid
sick.
really wants to be sick. I've asked plenty of kids, no one really wants to get sick, because when we're sick, we can't do anything. We can't have fun like we would always do.
So there are diverse groups of gut bugs. They are made of good bugs, neutral bugs, and bad bugs. Like we were talking about in the war.
Yeah.
We need to balance the perfect to keep gossip. We need to balance to be perfect to keep us healthy. When our good bugs are not balanced, when or are sick, when we are not balanced, gut dysbiosis, or are sick, this can lead to an increase in immune cells. These then release syncytokine. Okay.
Okay.
That talk to our immune system. These syncytokines sell messages to cells to help defend our body from diseases and keep us healthy. The microbiome communicates with the brain and the immune system. When the microbiome is out of balance or disrupted, then the brain and body stop working, leading to inflammation like brain fog, anxiety, mood swings, and so much more.
Mm-hmm. And especially with the holidays, just that just happened. Like a lot of kids, like just going in today, like the first day of school since Halloween, a lot of kids are like really sick. Like you see a lot of people just blowing their nose, and like everyone just
Today
feels a
there
lot
was,
more
like-
sick.
Today there was a lot of people are absent.
Yeah, and that's why we need to have a strong immune system, because when we don't have a strong immune system, these diseases will take control over us, and they will like fight the good guys, leading us to be sick.
Yeah, like chronic and acute inflammation. Like these will just make us more sick and sick. So the health of gut bugs plays a significant role in our mental health. Did you actually know that our gut and brain are connected? Think of your gut as a second brain. The brain and gut are directly connected by a super fast highway called the vagus nerve. So we interviewed some people talking about the vagus nerve. And that's kind of like the super highway that connects our brain and body. A lot of people think that brain and body aren't connected. Like, how does here and here connect?
Yeah.
So it does. People say it doesn't make sense. Actually, every one message that the brain sends to the gut actually sends 9 messages to the brain. Which, if you think about that, that's kind of crazy.
The
Yeah.
ratio.
The ratio is crazy. Like your brain and body need neurotransmissions to function. A thriving microbiome helps with our memory, shaping the brain, decision making, mood, learning, and behavior. An imbalanced microbiome can lead to many symptoms. You may be dealing with digestive issues, mood problems, allergies, sinus issues, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, behavioral issues, and even weight problems. There's so much more. Like I can't think.
Yeah, basically, like all these chronic diseases, they all really start the fire in the gut. So why don't we care about the gut? I mean, that's a good question. It's mainly because we're not educated. And that's why we're here today. We're here today so we can educate kids, adults, teens, really anyone who wants to listen on the gut. So, yeah.
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 Definitely.
Also, we're talking about educating. Make sure to get this in school, because most teachers, like in my class, health class, we're only learning what it does, not what's it doing, and like all these different things that can have an effect, and that the brain and body are connected. So we need a healthy balance of good bugs versus bad bugs. If that balance is disrupted, we suffer. There are a number of things that can disrupt the gut bug's balance, like a lot of them. But the most important are that fake food, eating like too much sugar, like especially in Halloween, like all the kids are just eating so much sugar. Like I can't even imagine it.
Oh my god, yeah, so much sugar.
Yeah, so much.
What?
Like people said that they had like entire like huge bowls of candy.
Yeah. Also, I think that's something I want to collect like candy from my troops in my area, which are like this, like because people have so much candy, you're supposed to give it to the teachers. Like I don't know, okay, and like also because another factors that can imbalance our gut bugs that can equal to sickness is lack of playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Environmental toxins, including glyphosate, a pesticide, certain medications, especially non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, other painkillers. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we talked a lot about like what we're putting in our body by mouth, like maybe what if we're eating sugar, or if we're eating a lot of ultra processed foods, or foods that just really aren't good for us because of all these chemicals. But really, what we have around us is also a really big impactor on our gut. Imad talked a lot about environmental toxins, and all of that is around, because environmental toxins, they're everywhere and it's really hard to get away from. So especially just like what we do is we wear organic cotton to sleep, just minimizing the toxic
Load.
minimizing the toxins that are affecting our that are around us all the time. Like my mom, like she has EMF, like even her phone case is
yeah,
EMF
just avoiding microplastics like as much as possible.
Yeah, microplastics, EMFs, all of these can really disrupt your gut and lead to
can lead to higher toxic load, like what Gazan's talking about.
Yeah.
And that can cause like detoxification problems.
all these chronic issues. So
All these symptoms.
Yeah.
So we talked about the balance of gut bugs being super important for overall health. But what happens if the unbalance of gut bugs goes for a long time? The bad bugs and improperly digested proteins may activate the immune system, creating a fire in the gut as they trigger the immune cells, leading to inflammation. This then damages the gut wall and the junctions. Get leaky, leading to leaky gut syndrome. So
Look at this.
So when things get leaky, things that should not be passing through to start getting.
all right, so let's talk a lot more about ultra processed foods and chemicals, because ultra processed foods and chemicals, they are like, I mean, we did mention this a little bit, especially with Halloween, but that was more about sugar. A lot of people, like, they always like try to maybe like avoid lots of calories, or they're just like lots of calories, or maybe just like sugar, but instead they might go for something like Diet Coke. Sure, it might not have the sugar, but instead it has like it has chemically made like additives and sweeteners that are disruptive for the body. So really just looking out for lots of chemicals. I usually like to tell kids in my class, don't count chemicals. No, don't count calories, count chemicals. Because really chemicals are what are gonna affect you more in a less healthier way. Because really, who wants to eat chemicals anyway? Like, why would you be like, oh, let me eat some, and then just like this random chemically made name? It's like honestly gross. Like if you went to a science lab and you start eating all the chemicals because you think it tastes good, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But that's basically what's happening here, because there's so much chemicals going into the food and we kids don't know it. They're trying to like really, they make it maybe look good or maybe like look like food, but it's just chemicals with more chemicals on it to make it look like food and it tastes like chemicals. So it's just all these chemicals that are really we're putting into our body, and now we're wondering why our gut can't take it all. Like, why are we always sick?
Yes. So also because a lot of people have sugar, right? So
Okay.
we're gonna fix it. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna go fix the lights quick. So find healthy alternatives for food swaps, because let's be honest here. A lot of kids, like, we're talking about living imbalanced lives, right? But how do you take care of those gut bugs and keeping that balance, right? So we like to swap in all of our healthy alternatives. The lights are back on. Yay!
Yay, let's get back
Yay.
on.
Okay. So find healthy alternatives and swaps for everything you like. Like, we made a list of all our favorite fake food items when we were younger and found healthy alternatives for it. Now we don't anything miss it. Why? Because we found substitutions for everything.
Yeah. So like we might have used to have loved things like Cheetos or like chips or ice cream, and I asked kids in my class, I'm like, you know what? Like, you can actually find all these, and they're like, wait, I thought you guys didn't eat ice cream. I thought you guys didn't eat chips. We do. But it's the much healthier one, the one that's not filled with all these chemicals, not filled with all these refined sugars. It's real food, just in a way that makes it taste like some other food, and it doesn't have any of the like added chemicals as the other food.
Yeah, like, we still love donuts, cookies, and cakes. The thing is that refined sugar has now infiltrated our lives. It is now found in 74% of packaged foods, even foods that we never expected to have so much sugar. Like, we actually found, like, ketchup has sugar in it, which is kind of crazy. Like, why does ketchup need sugar in it? Like, the food industry has been increasing how much sugar there is in the product for the last 30 years. Sugar is how they are making money. Like, we are the sick child is their most biggest profit of the industry. But the question is, who is going to stop them? Our bodies can only manage a little bit of sugar, meaning that a little is okay, but a lot is not. Sugar is being slipped into all of our food without us knowing. When we looked at the ingredients of ketchup bottle and found that there was over a teaspoon of sugar, and we thought, why in the world would there be sugar in ketchup or tomato sauce? Sugar is everywhere, from baked beans to mayonnaise. Take a look at your pantry and you will be surprised about what has sugar and what was not.
So yeah, sugar really is everywhere, but like when we mean sugar, we don't mean like some of the natural sugar that you can maybe find in fruits. Like, we're not telling you just stop eating fruits, stop eating like any type of sugar. But we're saying what type of sugar really matters. A lot of sugar is really bad for you. Things like just generic refined sugar, like GMO sugar, non-organic sugar, all these sugars are really bad for you, especially all these artificial sweeteners. So we like to keep to coconut sugar, to organic cane sugar if we need to. Date sugar, yeah, all these different types of better sugars, which we can still have the same sweet taste, but definitely better. But I'm not saying that just because you can have a coconut sugar, you can just eat like all the coconut sugar you want and it's gonna have no effects. Still limit it, but it's definitely better than refined sugar.
So for people at school, so teach us what sugar does. Because studies have shown that sugar hurts the gut microbiome, harms the brain, and suppresses the immune system. Sugar also plays a major role in our brain and body responses to managing stress. So
yeah. Someone asked the question, processed food has a lot of sugar, right, guys? ? Yes, processed food is going to have a lot more sugar than natural food. Processed food, especially ultra processed food, they usually put all these chemicals and especially stuff it with sugar so it can be more tasting for the kid or the adult. It'll make it more addicted.
Yeah, because also as I was talking about, real food doesn't raise your blood sugar as most things do. Like, if you eat candy, it's not going to raise your blood sugar as much as just pumpkins. Okay?
Pumpkins.
So also, the more diverse food you eat, the more diverse your gut bugs are. The healthier you are, go outside in nature. Avoid toxic personal care products, as many of them have negative impact on your gut bugs. Do not over sanitize your home. Also, we also recommend fasting to improve your microbiome diversity. Remember, our gut microbiome starts in our mouth. So, the best way to take care of our oral microbiome is to leave it alone and let it do its job. The gut bugs need fiber and probiotics, and do not over disinfect it. Because remember, the gut microbiome, it needs, like, let's just say, like, think about probiotics helping the gut microbiome as giving meds to the war. Like, they need things to help them, right? Pain and everything. Like, that's gonna help them fight the bad guys. So your gut is important. It is the gateway to your health. Remember, small changes over time can have a profound effect on your health. Think about, are you looking at your lunch right now and confused whether you should eat it right now or not? Now that we talk about food we should avoid, let's talk about the foods we should concentrate on. We must tell you, we loved talking about this topic. So
yeah, now let's start talking about like what do we do? Like you might be there like questioning like, okay, yeah, no sugar, no chemicals. So what should I do? So let's just give you an example of what we do. What we do is that like we take our gut health very seriously. It's where like our health really happens. So what we do is that we limit fake food. We don't have ultra processed foods. Instead, we have slightly more processed alternatives, but still keep it low. Fresh fruits are definitely amazing and they're super supportive to your gut. Yeah, so and we eat a lot more vegetables and fiber because Ahmad mentioned a little bit at the beginning about poop. And poop, like fiber is basically it's just waste. We're eating it so it could come. It's like a toothbrush, wipe all that toxins out and flush it down the toilet. I'm sorry, Ahmad, for making it uncomfortable.
Next topic. So
Yeah,
also what we talked about here a little bit, like maybe actually I don't think we talked about, like, but also remember to eat more fermented foods because fermented foods actually has a more benefits of eating regular foods because you gain all those nutrients over time. That's why for us we love having sauerkraut. Like it's just underrated. Okay, it's underrated.
Yeah.
So
fermented foods are definitely better. They're really good for you because they're loaded in probiotics that are super good for your health.
So awesome.
Drink more water. So like water. Are you something?
Let me help you guys. Okay. So, well, guys, I'm talking about drink more water because a lot of teens.
Can I have some water?
That's really ironic. Okay. So drink more water.
Like 5 seconds.
So, well, guys, I'm talking about drink more water because let's be real here. American teens don't drink a lot of water. Okay. Like we need to start getting the habit of drinking more water because with sports and like I play football, soccer, basketball, etc. Like I need water, and so for teens that love sports, drinking that water is essential and also helps the gut microbiome.
Yeah, and also if you don't like sports, like water, like you are 70% water or more. So we teens need water, but we're not giving our body the amount of water that it needs, causing our body to function worse.
So get out in nature and exercise.
Yeah, we need to exercise a lot more because exercise is super important, especially nature.
So spending time in nature can improve physical, mental, social, and even spiritual health. Getting out in nature can relieve stress and lower inflammation. Also, being close to nature nature's creations can boost the immune system and boost serotonin, leading to better mood and improved able to focus. Improved sleep, lowers blood sugar, pulse, and heart rate variability. Increases mindfulness, the ability to cope with stress, lowers cortisol, and increases energy. So when we were younger, we would go to hikes and we'd hug the trees. Like this is the best way to ground and get that nature time in. It might hurt a little bit, but yeah. So
So now let's talk about the book. And
You
yeah.
guys know, hopefully by now, that we have a book coming out on December 11th. The due date was
2025.
the due date was changed.
Yeah, so the due date did change to December 11th, but we are definitely here to pump out more content on this, like, yeah, for this social media live series. So let's just talk about the book. So a lot of people don't know, first of all, yeah, what's in the book. And what we do is that we break it up into its title, Teen Health, and then Revolution. Each letter of the revolution has its own acronym.
So like R
Is revolutionize the gut,
E
Eat real food.
V
vanquish toxins,
O
Optimize stress management.
L
love nature,
U
Unite with others.
T
tech limits,
L
Invest in sleep.
O
open to gratitude and purpose,
N.
navigate.
Navigate your difficult environment.
That's like the easiest job, guys.
Yeah, okay.
So
So yeah,
we
that's
we split this in different topics so that we can learn about different areas like nature.
yeah. So you guys can learn about like a different topic, just easily like flip to its chapter and really start to like learn from that specific chapter, and each of that creates the word revolution. And we really like this word revolution because we are here to create a teen health revolution.
And we also, after that, at the very end of the book, we talk about 20 common chronic conditions like acne, digestive issues, and we just go 20 more. So let's start this revolution.
Yeah, so we end with an inspiration, and we talk about we have
Recipes.
4 PDFs that you can get on our on
Website.
our website.
The Teen Health
The
Revolution.
teenhealthrevolution.com is really helpful.
And someone here, I'm not gonna. Someone here made amazing illustrations. Okay.
I did make some pretty good illustrations.
Okay. So make sure to check out the book. You can pre-order it on Amazon. You can pre-order it on Amazon. You can get it on our website, the teenhealthrevolution.com. And if you go pre-order there, you get 4 bonuses talking about shopping lists, recipes, and so much more. Also, you can also get it on Barnes & Nobles, your nearest Barnes & Nobles, when it comes out at December 11th. So mark your calendars. That's when the Teen Health Revolution will come.
Yeah, definitely check that out, December 11th. And follow us on social media, The Holistic Kid Show. We're on Instagram and TikTok specifically, with also our mom, The Holistic Mom D, with the more general stuff, all over any social media platform.
So we'll see you next
So
week.
definitely check us out, and definitely check the book out. See you next week
Yes.
for another episode of
Not the holistic.
not the Holistic Kid Show,
no.
but
the Teen Health series.
the Teen Health Revolution Monday Live.
Bye.
And thank you so much for commenting.